Hey everybody, it's Mike from Mike's in the Kitchen. I'm back. I know it's been almost a year since you've seen a new cooking video. I do apologize. I took a job in Palm Springs that was keeping me very busy. And I also moved from Palm Springs, California to Conroe, Texas. Now, for those of you who are geographically challenged, Conroe is about 40 miles north of Houston, Texas. So yes, I'm in Hurricane Alley, call it what you want. It's beautiful here, it's humid. I love it. I love my new home. As you can tell by the kitchen, a lot more space to do things and still getting settled. I've been here 2 months now. Anyhow, you remember in previous videos I have 3 sayings. Slap your mama good, throw mama from the train, or throw everybody from the train. Well, those are still going to be used. And you can see here in front of me, I got a huge piece of beef. It's Labor Day weekend. This is a brisket. Exactly 13.5 pounds of brisket. It's a lot, but it's gonna go in the smoker. I finally got a Traeger smoker, and this piece of meat will be on the Traeger, about 12 to 13 hours. So I've got plenty of pellets to do it. It'll be a 190, and you know, we're gonna do a rub on it, and the basic rub is just salt and pepper. But I'm gonna add a little other stuff in there just for fun and see how it does. So I have a half a cup of Pacific salt, actually from New Zealand. It's a very fine grain. I have a 1/4 cup of ground black pepper. I have a tablespoon of Calabrian chili powder and 3 tablespoons of dried basil. Just throw something else in there. Now the great thing about this, you know, the thing when you mix up with salt, you always want to keep mixing it up because the salt is heavier than the pepper or anything else you might have it with. So you mix it up real well. And if you have, like here, I have little chunks of salt in there. Oops, took that off too fast. They crunch up real easy. So there's the dry rub. And all you do is just sprinkle it on. In this case, I'm just dumping it because I want to use all of this. Now, before I started this video, I had went through and looked at everything. You only want about a 1/4 inch of fat on one side, because usually the bottom side, or what would be against the grill, would not have much fat on it. There's also like a silver membrane on there. If you have that, you can always take that off, and that's what I did. Now you can see here, like the fat comes up. You want to leave that like that. Don't put your seasoning down in there, just because it can get it to where it can be overwhelming and not be very good. So you want to get this on all sides. And this is going to sit in the refrigerator until it goes on the grill, which is fine. It's not going to hurt anything. 1 hour before I put it on the grill, it'll be at about 190 degrees for about 12 to 13 hours. So I told you it's a big piece of meat. And it's going to be on the grill for that long of time. Slow temp, low and slow. That's the great thing. And after so many hours, I will take it off, let it rest, and then I will wrap it in butcher paper and put it back on. Now I have to admit, this is the first time that I have done a brisket, and that's fine. I'm excited. I've got some guinea pigs, tasters coming over tomorrow night. Now look at that. That is just absolutely gorgeous how it's looking. What I will do now is put it on a sheet pan, which I have right here. And it'll go back into the refrigerator and stay there until I put it on the flame. Actually, in a Traeger, there's no flame. It's a direct heat. Everything is underneath, so you don't have any direct flame to cause any flare-ups. So that is how it's going to go on. The fat side is underneath, so I'll flip this over when I put it on the grill. Right now it's just going to get wrapped up. So stay tuned. It's going to be, oh, I don't know if I'm going to put this on at 1 o'clock in the morning or wait until like 4 or 5. But, oh, the other thing is, on beef, unlike chicken or fish, you want to pull it out and let it sit on your counter for up to an hour. It's not going to hurt it. That's the great thing about beef. Chicken, no, because of salmonella. But you can let this sit out on the counter to come up to room temp. It actually helps in the cooking process. So stay tuned, and I'll be back. All right, good morning, everybody. It's part 2 of the brisket. As you can see here, yesterday I talked about the brisket and that when it's cooking, it's low and slow. You have a fat side and a non-fat side of your brisket. Right now, this is the non-fat side. I brought it out. It is 4:45 in the morning. Yeah, it's early. This is going to take 12 to 13 hours to slow cook, and the Traeger smoker is going to be set at 225. The great thing is that I have a meat probe here, and it's, you know, with technological advances, I can monitor it through my cell phone, which is really great. So I brought this out with beef over chicken, fish, pork. You can let this sit on the counter for up to 1 hour. And that's what I did. This has been out for 45 minutes right now. The Traeger is up to 225. I'm going to go put this on with this side here, which is the non-fat side, on the grill. The fat side up. That way, as the fat renders, it's slowly going through the meat itself. So I'm sure there's a proper technical term for that, but I don't know what it is. So like I said, it's going to be about up to 13 hours because it's an hour per pound, and this is a 13.5 pounder. So we'll see. So the probe, you want to go into the thickest part, which is going to be right here. And it's pretty much all the way in. All right. I don't know why I'm cleaning my hands off because they're going to get dirty here in just a minute. So stay tuned. As soon as I get this on the grill, I'll be back. All right, part 3 of how many parts, I don't know. So you can see I'm outside. There is the brisket. It's on the Traeger. Probe is inserted. You can see there it's 192 because I have this open. Set probe alarm, yes. I'm going to set it for 165. There. Shut this. And now it's a weight game. I have the cherry pellets in here. It's definitely filled up. It's not going to use that many, but it's going to go for 12 to 13 hours. So it's like 10 to 5 in the morning right now. This should be done by 5:30, 6 o'clock today. I'm planning at 6:30. Hopefully it's done. If not, my guests who are going to be here, we like sit at the table, we want food. But anyway, stay tuned. All right, so we're going to take a step back for a quick moment and just go over a couple of things here. As you know, I said the grill was at 225. It did drop down to about 190 because I had it open. I put a 13.5 pound piece of beef into it. I mean, it's a large Traeger. Whenever you open up a smoker or a grill that's heating, you let all that heat that has already encapsulated in the unit itself go out. So it takes time to reheat. Plus, again, a 13.5 pound piece of beef that was sitting on the counter for an hour or 45 minutes. It brings that temperature down, but right now we're at 223, goal is at 225. The probe is at 55 degrees in the center of the thickest part of the meat. Now the great thing is that I don't have to do anything else. I will not open, I'll probably open this at about hour 5 just to take a quick look at it, but I'm letting it go. I don't do anything else to it, and that's the great thing, low and slow. So rule of thumb is whenever you're smoking meats or even barbecuing, when you have the lid down and you know it's not burning, let it stay. So just reminder. But in the meantime, it is almost 5 a.m. I am going to be going back to bed here. So until you see me again, I'll give you an update.